There are new details on the horrific shooting at Robb Elementary School. According to a new report, law enforcement had multiple chances to take down the Uvalde shooter, but failed to do so. 6 News reporter Andrew Moore has been going through that report all day long. Andrew, what did you learn?
After this horrendous shooting took place, DPS asked Advanced Law Enforcement Rapid Response Training Center, or ALERT for short, to evaluate how local law enforcement responded to the situation. That agency, which has trained thousands of officers across the U.S., says police failed several times to engage the shooter. According to the Advanced Law Enforcement Rapid Response Training Center, the shooter entered Robb Elementary here. But one law enforcement officer actually saw him in the parking lot. That officer was actually 148 yards away at the location the shooter crashed his vehicle, and he had his rifle pointed at the suspect. But instead of taking the shot, the officer asked for permission from a supervisor and missed his chance. The report states a reasonable officer would conclude in this case, based upon the totality of the circumstances, that the use of deadly force was warranted. The second opportunity was when police entered the school. In fact, just 6 minutes after the shooter entered, there were already more than 10 officers on either side of the hallway. Officers approached the room from 2 directions, but then fell back when the shooter fired at them. The assessment states an officer's first priority is to preserve the lives of victims and potential victims. Second is the safety of the officers, and last is the suspect. The report then states the officers did not re-engage and instead waited for additional backup. The assessment says officers should have re-engaged, though it does also state there would have been a high probability that some of the officers would have been shot or even killed. Finally, the report states police then waited 45 minutes for a tactical border patrol team. But while they waited, the suspect fired additional shots inside the room on 3 separate instances. The report states during each of these instances, the situation had gone active and the immediate action plan should have been triggered because it was reasonable to believe that people were being killed. And finally, the report says even after hearing shots fired in the classroom multiple times, law enforcement waited another half hour before going in. Chris?
Yeah, Andrew, thank you for looking into that. Pretty shocking details. Appreciate it.